went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not when I came to die discover that I had not lived. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life. Hey everyone! Hope everyone's doing well. It's been quite a while since I posted a video, and I apologize for that, but hey, I'm a uni student, I have homework, it happens. New segment, starting today. I have been trying to figure out what I want to video blog about, and I think I have maybe sort of found it, at least for Mondays. I love movies. I love watching movies, I love talking about movies, I love discussing movies, and I like watching a wide variety of movies. So that's what we're going to do. Movie Monday! We're going to talk about movies, I'm going to recommend movies to you, you can watch them, discuss them, do whatever you please. Just enjoy them. I love these movies, and I hope you will too. The first movie I want to talk about on Movie Monday is one of my all-time favorite movies. I mean, I'm not even joking, this movie probably changed my life. It's that amazing. And I couldn't very well do the save the best for last kind of thing, because there's no way I could wait long enough to talk about this movie. So this week's movie, Dead Poets Society. And I'm gonna quit rambling, and we're gonna go! This movie has an amazing cast, and I would list all of the actors, but probably the three that you're going to recognize are Ethan Hawke, who plays Todd Anderson, Robert Sean Leonard, who plays Neil Perry, and the amazing Robin Williams, who plays Mr. Keating. Now, pretty much the general outline of the story. You have this group of prep school boys. You have Neil Perry, Todd Anderson, Charlie Dalton, Knox Overstreet, Richard Cameron, Stephen Meeks, and Gerard Pitts. Fabulous group of boys. For reference, Charlie goes by Nuwanda, Richard goes by Cameron, Stephen goes by Meeks, and Gerard goes by Pitts. It'll make more sense when you watch the movie. The movie takes place in about the 1950s. But at the same time, Welton Academy, supposedly one of the most prestigious preparatory schools in the country, sending 75% of its graduating classes on to Ivy League schools, still seems to give the same kind of a high school education that most schools today still give. They teach their students to memorize facts and then regurgitate them. Welton Academy is known for tradition and discipline and respect and responsibility and all of those little core virtues that constantly annoy us when we're growing up. One thing that Welton Academy is not a fan of is free thinking. Teaching these young boys to think for themselves and to think outside the box and actually have unique original ideas and to see the world as more than their little box that is Welton Academy. Mr. Keating arrives as a new teacher for the semester, set to teach these boys poetry. Now let's face it, these boys are mostly going to law school, business school, they're going to be bankers and lawyers and doctors and such, so none of them are really interested in poetry. But at the same time, what they learn from Mr. Keating are lessons that truly change their lives. Mr. Keating shows the boys a new way of thinking. He shows them how to see life with a different perspective, how to think freely and openly for the first time in their lives in most cases. Now, some of the boys are very, very accepting of these lessons and learn a lot from them. However, some of the other boys, not so much. They're more tied to the tradition that the school holds tight to. Each of the boys faces their own conflict and deals with it, but also at the same time, they all band together and help each other. And they also work with the ideals that they learn from Mr. Keating to make it through these issues in their lives. What about the title, you say? Dead Poets Society. What does that even mean? Well, it is quite literally a society of dead poets. The Dead Poets Society is the group that the boys form that becomes the central factor, the driving force behind their acceptance of the ideals that Mr. Keating is teaching them. They meet up in an old cave and read the old romantics. They read Wordsworth, they read Shelley, they read Byron, they read Keats, they read Whitman, they read Thoreau. They sit and enjoy these pieces of art, and they learn from the ideals that are spoken of in these pieces. And it helps them become who they are, it helps them grow up, and they become men, in a sense. Although the themes and ideas of the Dead Poets Society are meant to be taken very seriously, it can be a very funny movie at parts. I mean, we've got flying desk sets, barbaric yops sounding throughout the halls of Welton Academy. Uncle Walt reference? Anyone? Anyone? Moving on. Phone calls to God, and honestly, they're a group of teenage boys. They're bound to get into some crazy shenanigans. It's a hilarious movie, but at the same time, a very serious movie. I love the Dead Poets Society, and I hope I've sparked your interest enough to make you go see this movie, because you really should. It's one of those movies that will change the way you think. It will make you think about life in a slightly different way. We as an audience learn from Mr. Keating almost as much as the boys in the movie do. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope you will enjoy the movie if you choose to go see it. Leave any comments, obviously, in the comments. I'll leave you all with these 2 quotes from the movie. Have a fabulous week, everyone. Bye. Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.